In this video, we will focus on the problem of reading test scores from a data file and placing each data item into a list called test scores. There will be negative values and non-numerical values that are stored in this actual data file. So this program must check for non-numerical data and for negative values and not place them inside that list. In other words, if they're negative values or they're non-numerical data, they cannot be placed inside the list. Only positive float/real data will be placed inside this list. So let's look at the hyperchart. In this hyperchart, we have our main test scores program. We're going to call the function for opening a file for reading. A function to open a file for writing will be called. A function to get the data from the file and store inside a list. Next, we can have a function to write the unsorted test scores. We will use a built-in function. Any of these tasks that shows up with a yellow background means that we're using built-in functions to sort, to calculate the mean or average of the test scores, get the minimum test scores, get the maximum test scores. These are all different tasks or sub programs that can do that. And then finally, we'll have a function to write the statistical data. Now, some functions can be stored in our customized file where we stored open file for reading and writing and getting the data. The rest of this can actually be stored in the main program. It's up to you. You can take all of your functions with the exception of the built-in functions and store them in a separate file. But for the time being, I will have open file for reading, open file for writing, getting the data, and those are the three that I'll have inside of my customized functions. The rest can be inside the main program, especially if you have something that's specific for that program. You don't necessarily have to store them. Most of the time, whenever we store customized functions, it's because we want to reuse them for several other kinds of programs. So let's look at the pseudocode. And this is in general without me having too many functions placed inside the program for right now. Pseudocode for reading data from a file and storing inside a list. Okay, so in this pseudocode, we're going to read data from a file and store inside of a list. We will import customized functions module. We will import the statistics module. We will define the main module, which would include initializing variables, defining an empty list for the test scores, calling a function to open a file for reading, calling a function to open a file for writing the results, write the report heading, call a function to get data from files and place them inside the list, write the unsorted subheading, write the unsorted test score, call a built-in function to sort the list, write the sorted subheading for the sorted list. And we're going to write the sorted test scores. Call the function to calculate the average of the scores, and this is actually a built-in function. I'll say built-in function. And all of these are built in to minimize, maximize, calculate the average. So built-in function to calculate the average, the minimum, and the maximum, as well as sorting. These are built-in functions or methods. We're going to write a statistical data report concerning the total scores, the minimum, maximum, average test scores. There is a built-in function, and I'm going to add that. Call built-in function to determine the total number of test scores in that list. Close the file for reading the data, close the file for writing the data, call the main function. And of course, we will add functions as we go along, but in general, this is how, or rather, this is the outline that we're going to follow. Okay, so this is what our program, our Python program, is going to look like. And let me place it side by side with our pseudocode. We're importing the customized functions module as we did in a previous example from alien_fn customized functions. Import all the functions that are associated with this program. We're going to use a module that is associated with Python called statistics. We're going to import statistics, and we said define the main module, so we're going to define our main module. We initialize our variables. You see where we're initializing the variables. Here we're initializing variables. These are some variables that we will be using. Define an empty list for test scores. This is an empty list, and I'm going to say for test scores. Test is equal to left open bracket, right open bracket, no spaces in between. This defines an empty list where our test scores will eventually be transferred to once they are read. We call the function to open the file for reading. We did that previously in another program. Call the function to open the file for writing, and this was explained in a previous program. Now we want to write the report heading. So I use 70 as my horizontal gauge for determining where my layout, how my layout would look in terms of centering it. So we're going to display 70 lines across like we did in a previous program, and we're going to type test scores report. And we have a line before and after it just to make it look a little more readable. The next thing we're going to do, we said call a function to get the data from the file and place it inside a list. I have not created that function yet. However, let's explain what I am going to do. I'm going to read all the lines from the file to a list, and this it's going to be a function eventually, but I would just say it will be a function. It will check to make sure that all the data is a float by removing the extra spaces and converting to a float data type. But in the process of doing that, it's going to also check to make sure the number is positive. If it is positive, we're going to add it or append it. Append is a predefined built-in method associated with using a list data structure. Okay, so we're going to read the line in the file, remove all the extra blank spaces by using the strip method for that line. If it so happens that the number is positive, we will append. If not, we're going to ignore that non-numeric line and pass it and go back and keep reading line by line until we pick up all the numbers, convert them to float, and make sure they are positive values. Notice how we are indenting. We indent first because we have a function. We indent again because we have a for control construction. We indent again because we have a try except construction. We indent once more because we have the if construct. So append is a method, and we're saying if the number is positive and it's a numerical value, append it or add it on to the test list. So you want to study these set of instructions very carefully to make sure you understand what's going on. Next, we're going to write a heading for the unsorted list. It's more like a subheading, so I'll say subheading. And we just say unsorted scores. So what happens essentially is that we write the unsorted list for line in tests. Because we're reading each line by line, we're going to format that list by each line, and we will write it out in that output file called out file. Next, we're going to call a built-in method to sort the list in ascending order. At this time, we're going to use sorted tests. Sorted is our function. Tests is the list that was created a little bit earlier. Here it was created under the 4 lines in file, for line in file. And we're using this particular function because what it does is it will sort the list, but it will not change the order of the list. That's why we have to take what has been sorted and storing it inside of another list. So I'm going to say we're sorting the list in ascending order and storing it inside of another list just to maintain our original list called tests. Next, we're going to write a heading for sorting the list of scores. Then we're going to use the write statements again, but this time if you look at this write statement at line 59, it says for line in test. Now that we want to go through the sorted list, we're going to and write the sorted list, we're going to say for line in sorted tests. So tests is the list that was created. We sorted it and stored it inside of another list called sorted list. And now we're going to go and navigate or traverse through this list and display it. Next, we're going to call a built-in statistical methods to find the minimum, maximum, and average test scores. Min is equal to min. You notice that any predefined functions, all practical purposes, will change color. And in this case, it's like that magenta or that purple. Min test is equal to minimum, max test is equal to maximum, average is equal to statistics.mean test. So mean is a built-in method associated with the statistics module. Next, we're going to call a built-in function to determine the number of items in the test scores. So we're going to use a built-in function called len. And it's going to count the number of elements in that list and store it as a variable. It's easier to manipulate a variable, and that's the reason why we're doing so at lines 76, 77, 78, 81, and actually at line 64. So now we're going to display the total number of test scores, the minimum test score, maximum test score, the average, and the last steps is to close the files for input, close the output file. In the main function, call main. We'll place a statement here to call main. Call the main function. And we end the main program module. This is the first review of this program. Stay tuned for the next video, and we're going to elaborate further and execute this program.